Hello everyone and welcome to Behind the Scenes Self-Help Voices. I'm your host, Yirong. March is National Social Work Month and we are turning the spotlight toward the dedicated social workers who tirelessly strive to create a better world for all of us. This month, we invite some social workers from different departments across the whole self-help community to tell their stories and shining moments in their work. These narratives of compassion and resilience promise to touch our hearts. We also would like to invite you to join us together to celebrate Social Work Month. You can share your personal experiences with self-help social workers on social media platforms, tagging us in your posts, or express your gratitude directly when you benefit from their assistance. Together, we can build this community. Our guest today is Julia. She is a social worker in the Selfhelp Housing Department at K1. And now I'm talking with Julia online. And welcome, Julia. Would you like to introduce a little bit about yourself to our audience first?
Okay, my name is Julia, and I have been a housing social worker for 22 years.
So from your introduction, we can know that you've been with us for 22 years. That's also a very long time.
Because when I started to work at Self-Help, it was only 6 housings. My goodness, how many we have? We have 15.
Yes.
So it sounds like a long time.
Yes, that's a very fast development and also in this timeline. Since you are from different department of self-help, can you tell us what's a typical day like for you as a social worker under our housing department?
Typical day for a housing social worker involves from 5 to 15 clients per day. And my job is to assist client with different documentation, make sure client receive all benefits, but not only. Very important that client can keep benefits they entitled to. I also help to resolve issue with the home care, medical insurance, tension between neighbors. It's happened. How I do that to solve the tension? I provide counseling, work with the client's family, management office, superintendent, believe it or not. That's how I resolve. But in some more complicated cases, our housing team actually work together, discussing a better way to assist the client. If needed, I contact other self-help departments like Senior Center, Case Management, New York Connect. If needed, I go outside of self-help and reach other organization, which is Human Resource Administration, HRA, Medicare Rights Center, NILAG, New York Legal Assistance Group. So I do this all in order to help my clients. Another part of housing social worker is to create and organize different parties based on the client cultural background, including Asian, Jewish, American holidays. When I need, for example, to inform my client about upcoming changes, I put flyer in 5 different languages, inviting them to the meeting. If needed, I invite other housing social workers for translation. Usually, this is in Chinese or Korean. Housing social work team is very diverse. We have social workers who speak Russian, Chinese, Spanish, Korean, different dialects of Chinese languages. So we help each other. I also organize recreational group, current event, and my favorite, art and craft group. Sometimes I think that I benefit more from art and craft group. I really enjoy that group and I really feel relaxed there. The goal of all of those groups and meetings is to update client, keep them informed, and of course, reduce isolation, increase interaction with each other, because an elderly community, it's mostly important not to be isolated, but being able to interact.
That's very in details, and now I think we totally understand what's housing social work did for the whole community. So thank you so much for your work, like to help with the flyers and work together with volunteers. I think this is also very enlightening for our audience to know about housing social worker, what they are doing, what's their typical day like. That's a lot of information. I think that's very impressive. So thank you
It is
so
a
much
lot of
for your
work.
work.
It is. But the good thing is I actually learning a lot about other backgrounds. And not only this, I actually learning some words and sentences in Chinese and Korean, which helps me a lot during the work.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think that we can benefit from this diverse cultural environment. I think it's a very great chance to learn these things, like very fresh, very great.
Yeah, my
So
tenant seems to be very happy when I start to talk to them in Chinese or Korean.
So that's nice to hear that. It's very interesting. Now that we are clear about what you do under the housing department and also have a deeper understanding. So our next question is that can you share a short story about one of your clients and your work that was memorable or impressed you so much?
I think I want to tell about my volunteers. I'm really grateful for them. I assist my clients throughout the day, but I also learn a lot from them, from their word of wisdom, from their life stories. Some of the stories are funny, interesting, recreational, but another are sad, especially those that happened during the Holocaust. However, all of the stories I learned from them, ultimately educational and inspiring. What I have learned from interacting with elderly people, I learned how important to make right decision and be patient because even one interaction, conversation could change your entire life. And that's what I learned from them. And about my volunteers, I really love them. It's a wonderful group of people from my building who help during parties. I mentioned that we run parties, right? They decorate the room. I never tell them how to decorate. I give a decoration. It's their choice. They're decorating the room, helping during fundraising, and volunteer at the front desk. Tenants' desire to help is so contagious. The home care workers coming and asking me, how can we help you? Please give us something to do. This is priceless. One 95 years old female, she told me how important the time when she spent at the front desk, when she meet the new faces, she interact with her neighbors, she has chance to chat with them. She take it seriously. But before she come to her duties at the front desk, she put makeup. She make her hair. She dressed so pretty. She said that people see her and she have to look attractive. I love this. This makes people's life more brightened and meaningful. They still feel needed and helping other at 95 years old. It's unbelievable. She's my favorite, but there is another. Actually, they're all my favorite. It's not fair to choose one person. I have another 87 years old male. I find out recently that he's scheduling all his doctor's appointment around his desk hours. He involved his wife to volunteer when he's not at the desk. By assisting families, clients, social worker really can make positive difference and touch so many different lives in a positive way, especially to those who need it.
Heard that 95 lady got her makeup and dressed and
Makeup and
help you.
dresses because people going to see her. I love it.
Yes. Yes, that's so cute. And also for that 87 male, he involved his wife together with the volunteer thing and set up this schedule. That's also very impressive. Like everyone is very energetic for the community and for building these connections together, and they want to help you. Also, I hope our audience will be very impressed and to see how everyone like in our community engage themselves and be the volunteers and also enjoy the connections in this community. So thank you so much for sharing these stories. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
At the beginning, we talked about that you joined with self-help for 22 years. a long time. Would you like to tell us why you are here and why do you join Self-Help?
Well, a friend of mine told me about job opening at Self-Help. I sent resume. I went for interview with the assistant vice president, and I was hired. This is why I'm here. But why I'm still here, because I like what Self-Help does for a client. I like all efforts in improving their life, and not only tenants' life, clients' life, but also Self-Help's workers' life. That was evident, especially during COVID-19. How much Self-Help care about their workers. That is priceless.
Yes, I also agree with this point because in the last interview I was with Sherry, she also mentioned that during COVID-19,
Really?
she really had something like the face masks and sanitizer and hybrid work mode. So yes, I think that's really a
everything Self-Help does for workers, does for a client. It's when I have chance to, when people ask me about my work, I always bring this front. How much they care for a client and workers.
Yes, I think this is also the thing that shows how we build this community and try to keep everyone feel comfortable and vibrant in this community. So I think that's also a very important thing in this community and keep people stay, keep everyone stay here. So comes to our last question. Is there anything you want to share with our audience?
What I want to share is treat people with respect and kindness. And if you start with respect, the rest will follow. And I think the world would be a better place. Kind and respect.
Yes, that's really two key words in our lives. Give each other enough respect and also transfer this kindness to the next person, to each other. That's really important to our current life.
Thank you.
So, yes, Julia really shares a lot. Hopefully, you can also have some time to learn more about social work's life in this social work month. So thank you so much, Julia, for joining me and recording this episode together. This is the end of the episode. I hope you enjoy your day and hope our audience have more interest in learning social work stories in this special month. So see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening. If you're interested in any topics, you can leave a comment or find us on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hope you all have a great day, and we'll see you next time.